From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. Canada will match U.S. exemptions to punishing tariffs, Canadian official says. Canada is dropping retaliatory tariffs to match U.S. tariff exemptions for goods covered under the United States-Mexico-Canada Trade Pact, a government official familiar with the matter said Friday. The official said Canada will include the carve-out that the U.S. has on Canadian goods under the 2020 free trade deal that shields the vast majority of goods from the punishing duties. The official spoke on condition of anonymity because they weren't authorized to speak publicly ahead of the expected announcement by Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. Trump says he'll be leading more White House renovations. We're doing some very detailed renovations, fixing things are broken, fixing floors that are cracked up and not good anymore, and in many cases they were done in the 50s and 60s and 70s, Trump told reporters Friday. We'll be doing the Lincoln bathroom, which was Art Deco. He said of the project, we're making it actually incredible. According to the White House, the refurbishing of the Lincoln bedroom and the adjoining sitting room, which featured strong period decor derived and adapted from the historical evidence of the Lincoln era, was completed in November 2005. Trump suggested the Lincoln bathroom work could be done in about a week, 2 weeks, and said he was considering doing something on the executive office building across the street from the White House, saying it'd be all cosmetic. Trump has already made extensive changes to the White House, including installing patio seating around the Rose Garden and promising to build a ballroom. Meanwhile, Trump is asking Washington, D.C. for $2 billion from the same Congress that took $1 billion from the city budget. President Trump's announcement Friday that he would seek $2 billion from Congress to beautify Washington, D.C. will likely be received with ironic eye rolls from the local government. Mayor Muriel Bowser and the D.C. Council have spent most of 2025, prior to the current federal takeover crisis, dealing with an artificial budget crisis created by the current Congress. An obscure change in a federal government funding bill forced the district's government to revert to its 2024 budget parameters, effectively cutting $1.1 billion from its previously balanced budget midway through the financial year. The Senate approved the funding bill with the cut, but immediately followed up with a separate bill that would make the district's budget whole again. That bill has languished in the House of Representatives for months, while Mayor Bowser was forced to make drastic moves to avoid layoffs. The hard feelings over the issue remain intense. And finally, famine grips Gaza's largest city and is likely to spread, according to the Authority on Food Crises. The world's leading authority on food crises said Friday the Gaza Strip's largest city is gripped by famine and that it is likely to spread across the territory without a ceasefire and an end to restrictions on humanitarian aid. The Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, or IPC, said famine is occurring in Gaza City, home to hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, and that it could spread south to Deir al-Balah and Khan Yunis by end of next month. The IPC determination comes after months of warning by aid groups that Israel's restrictions of food and other aid into Gaza and its military offensive were causing high levels of starvation among Palestinian civilians, particularly children. Israel rejected the report, with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calling it an outright lie. That's the news at this hour. If you are watching our news videos on YouTube or social media, please subscribe to our channel and let us know what you think of the new format. PEP Radio is now available on Roku, the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, and on Alexa. Simply tell your device, Alexa, play PEP Radio. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.